Okay, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Good day po sa ating lahat. So, for today po, since naka-asynchronous po tayo, ay we're going to have our video lessons na lang po para lahat makapag-access po. No? Kasi kung halimbawa mag-Gmeet tayo, mag-Zoom, baka hindi na po lahat ng internet. So, I'm just going to send you this video lesson. Paki-aral po, intindihin, pwede nyo ulit-ulitin panoorin para mas maintindihan nyo. Okay, so as a continuation po of our discussion from our last week po, no, we're still going to discuss about the parallel circuits. Alam ko po sa inyo ay na-discuss ko itong parallel circuits sa iba po, no, sa ibang sections. But still po, uulitin po natin siya kasi to deepen your mastery or your understanding about solving a parallel circuits. So, last time po, So, last time we have discussed about the parallel circuits. Nag-solve tayo ng mga given problems. Pero yung mga sinolve natin from last time ay up to 3 givens lang or up to 3 voltages, 3 current, 3 resistance. So, for today, i-discuss po natin yung 5 na. Okay? Discuss natin paano kaya natin i-resolve kapag halimbawa yun na yung given problem natin, which is for example sa resistance, we have the R1 to 5, I1 to 5, T1 to 5. Okay po, so remember that parallel circuits still under pa rin po tayo ng Ohm's law. Okay, remember or under the Ohm's law, which is under in electricity. So in electricity, we have two types of circuits. O ano yung two types of circuits na yun, diba? So remember, the two types of circuits, we have series and parallel. Okay, wait lang, nabila ko itong aking So we have a parallel and series circuits. Pag sinabi natin series circuits, ito po ay meron ng series, there is only one pathway. And when we say parallel circuits naman, there are two or more pathways. Okay, so now let us go back to parallel circuits. So in parallel circuits po, no, as you can see here, we have our given problem. Ito na at nag-develop po ang aking Okay, so on this one, okay, based on this given problem po natin, ito ay ating sasagutan and later on another problem and then after that I'm going to give you another problem for you to answer on your own. Try to answer it on your own and please note po na para makita natin kung nakasunod na po ng lahat. Okay po. So on this problem, ilabasahan ko po. 5 resistors are connected in parallel to a 110 volt source. 3 of the resistors have resistances amounting to 10 kiloohms and the other 2 have resistances of 5 kiloohms. What is the total resistance of the circuit? How much is the total current and the individual currents across the resistor? And how much is the individual voltage across each resistor? Okay, so paano naman dyan natin gagawin yan? Diba po, in solving a problem, ang una natin steps is to always identify first the given. Ano yung mga given na meron tayo? Okay, as you can see po on our problem, we have voltage. Ang voltage natin, we have 110 volts. Aside from voltage, ano po pa meron tayo? We also have resistors. Okay, what do we have? Resistors. Ano yung mga given sa resistors natin? We have 10 kiloohms. We have 10 kiloohms. And another one is we have 5 kiloohms. Sabi naman natin. Ayan. So we have 10 kiloohms and 5 kiloohms for our resistors. Yan, dalawa. So, dalawa ang given natin in resistor. Is there other given pa? Okay, wala na. Okay, so based on the given po na meron tayo, diba? Remember, ano na ulit yung ating um, general concept in parallel circuit, it will always be V1 is equal to V2 equals V3 equals, or hanapin lang muna, di ba yung sa last problem na sinolve natin, hanggang 3 bulbs lang siya. So, our voltage ay hanggang 3 lang din. Meaning, pag sabi natin V1 is the voltage of the first bulb, the voltage of the second bulb, and the voltage of the third bulb. Since ang meron po tayo dito is we have 5 resistors. Remember, last time I told you po that if we have 5 resistors on a problem, kailangan ang ating voltage po ay 5 din, ang ating current ay 5 din. Diba? So, meaning na kailangan kung 5 ang ating resistor, 5 din ang voltage natin, 5 rin ang ating current. Abang, paano naging 5 po yung ating resistors kung dalawa lang naman yung given? Okay? Let us go back to the problem. Basahin po ulit ang problem. Ang sabi niya, 3 of the resistors have resistances amounting to 10 kiloohms, and the other 2 have resistances of 5 kiloohms. Meaning po, sa 5 resistor, yung tatlo ay 10 kiloohms and yung dalawa ay 5 kiloohms ang kanilang resistances. So, meaning na ang voltage natin should always be 5. Okay. Isulat lang natin siya para. Okay, so we have R1 equals R2 equals R3, R4 equals R5. Wala tayo ng V4 dito. V4. Ayan. Ayan po. Okay, so we have V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, R1, 2, 5. Now, ma'am, paano po natin malalaman kung saan dyan sa tatlo ang 10 kiloohms at saan dyan sa dalawa ang 5 kiloohms? Diba? Dito sa ating given. Okay po? So, okay po. So, lagi po natin tatandaan para hindi na tayo mahirapan, hindi na rin tayo mag-isip pa ng kung ano-ano, kung ano saan dyan po. Yung tatlong 10 at yung dalawang 5, always remember kung ano yung first given. Ang first given natin ay 10. Meaning na yung first 3 resistors po ay 10 kiloohms. Ano yung first 3 resistors? We have the R1, 2, R3. Yan pong tatlong yan is the 10 kiloohms. Ngayon na po tayo dyan. That is the 10 kiloohms. So, lagyan natin ng ano. So, this 3 is the 10 kiloohms. Diba? So, yan yung R1, R2, and R3. Now, and the rest, yung natira po, yung dalawa, will be the 5 kiloohms. Para hindi tayo nandito. Ayan, o, hindi na kayong mamaya pag-rambol-rambol yung R3, R4, R5 ang magiging 10, and then R1, R2, R5. O, ganun lang po ha. Ano yung first given? Yun po yung magiging first resistors voltage or current mo po ang magiging. Okay, mali na po tayo dyan. So, yung tatlong 10 is the R1, R2, R3, and yung dalawa is R4 and R5. Okay, yan po yung given natin. Nasettle na po ba natin yung given? Malinaw na po. Ang voltage po natin, 110 volts. Ang resistors natin or ang resistance natin, ang R1, R2, and R3. Ito, wait, i-highlight natin siya para makita yung sinasabi. So, ang R1, R2, R3 is 10 kiloohms, while the R4 and R5 have 5 kiloohms. Malinaw po. Nakakaintindihan tayo siya. Okay, so, since okay na po ang given, or para mas, ayan, so okay na po ang given natin, kompleto na, wala naman ang iba. Okay po, okay, so, based on this illustration, makikita po ninyo diba we have the I1, I2, I3, I4, and I5. We have the battery na meron 110 volts, and then yung resistors natin na meron yung first 3 10 kiloohms and yung last two is 5 kiloohms. And dito sa illustration natin para mas malinaw to. Or if you want a clear diagram, ay meron tayo siya. Okay, so since okay na po ang given natin, wala na tayong ibang kailangan pang gawin, yan na po yun. Let us now move on with the first question. Ano ba yung hinahanap po ng problem natin? Hindi na kailangan hanapin pa kasi naka-indicate naman siya. Ano yung unang hinahanap niya? Sabi niya, what is the total resistance of the circuit? So, yun ang una natin sa solve. Isa-isahin lang po natin at marami siyang hinahanap. Okay, diba? Ang first one na hinahanap niya is the total resistance. So, the total resistance. Ayun ang hinahanap niya. So, how do we solve the total resistance ba? Paano na ba natin i-solve yan? Naaalala ba ng iba paano tayo mag-solve ng total resistance? Ano na ulit ang formulang ginagamit natin dyan? Okay? Paano po? Okay, so ang ginagamit natin formula is, diba? Remember, we have 1, hindi ko na sa 1 over or G, hindi ko lang pa kung ano, basta mabit na titik yan, equals 1 over 1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Since lima po sila, iabot ko lang siya na hanggang 5 R4 plus 1 over R. Pag-plus-plus nila. Wala natin parang naka-fraction po yun ha. Ayan, so we have 1 over R2 equals 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R4 plus 1 over R5. Whatever problem po na na-encounter ninyo, basta kapag ang hinahanap ay total resistance, ito po ang format na gagamitin. Ito lang po ang sasandan natin kung walang gagamitin. Ipagpa-plus na lang po siya. Diba? As the from the derivatives of total resistance, for example, total, the combination, pinagsama-sama, or the sum of the given na meron ang resistance. Okay, so since may formula na tayo, ang gagawin na lang po is to substitute the given. Okay, so paano natin na-substitute ang given na yan? Anong given natin? Lagyan na natin siyang equals. 1. Anong given natin sa R1? Ilan po ang value ng R1 natin? We have 10 kilo ohms. Okay lang po dyan. 10 kilo ohms. Or but before that, since naka-kilo ohms po kasi siya, okay, para hindi tayo malito, since naka 10 kilo ohms po yan, we have to convert it into ohms. So, para ma-convert lang po siya into ohms, i-multiply nyo lang siya by 1,000. So, mangyayari, yung 10 kilo ohms magiging 10,000. And yung 5 kilo ohms ay magiging 5,000 ohms. 5,000 ohms po siya. Okay. Ito yung conversion nila. Times 1,000 lang po yan. Times 1,000. Para ma-convert siya into ohms. So, ang gawin natin, lagyan na natin dito. We have 10,000 plus 1 divided by 10,000. Okay, remember na hanggang R3 po siya. Plus 1 divided by 10,000. Okay. Ayan. So, nakompleto natin hanggang R3. Now, we have naman yung R4 and R5. Siya. So, ang R4 and R5 natin has sila ng given, R4 and R5 natin. Meron tayong 5 kilo ohms. Or if converted into ohms, meron tayong 5,000 kilo ohms. Continuous lang po, plus again, plus 1 divided by 5,000 plus 1 divided by 5,000. Okay? Ayan, marunong na ba? Ayusin ko lang yung margin. Ayusin yung margin. Margins. Ayan. Ayan. Okay, so we have 1 divided by 10,000 plus 1 divided by 10,000 plus 1 divided by 10,000 plus 1 divided by 5,000 plus 1 divided by 5,000. Okay na. Nakuha na po natin. Okay na, let us solve na. Solve natin siya. Remember, paano ba tayo mag-add ng fraction? We always take a good look po, or we always be aware, number 1 po is our denominator. So, ang gagawin natin para hindi po tayo nahirapan, hanapin natin kung ano yung magkakaparehan ng denominator. If ang denominator, you have the R1, R2, and R3. Anong gagawin? Automatically po ang kanilang denominator ay 10,000. Diba kapag nag-add tayo, kapag pare-parehan denominator, pag fraction, addition, fraction po, diba ang gagawin? Kokopyahin lang po natin. And then, yung numerator po ang ipag-plus natin. So, ang gagawin natin, we have here a 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So, we have 3 over, or 3 divided by 10,000. 3 over 10,000. Okay. Then, nakuha na natin siya. Next step is to get the next one. We have, since dalawa po yung denominator dyan na may magkakapareho, we have, next one is the 5,000. Same with the process, the first one po, add numerator, and then since magkapareho lang sila ng denominator, just copy the denominator. So, 2 over 5,000. Okay na po. Okay, now, paano naman kaya tayo mag-plus? Paano tayo mag-plus ng fraction na may magkaibang denominator? Yan, yung iba dyan nalilito. Paano tayo mag-plus ng fraction na may magkaibang denominator? Anong una natin ginagawa? Okay, so we solve the fraction by the additional fraction with different denominators is we look for the common denominator po nilang dalawa. So, ano ba yung given? Ano ba yung pwede natin i-multiply sa 5 para maging 2,000, dapat pareho po sila, diba? So, since para mas madali po na, ang gagawin lang natin, para hindi na kayo mag-isip ng ganun kahirap, diba? Anong ginagawa po natin para mahanap natin is to look for the least common multiple numbers or bottom numbers natin, or the denominators. Paano ba natin, ano ba yung bagay na pwede natin i-multiply by 5 or by 10 para magkaroon sila ng parehong denominator? Simple lang po, diba? Ang gagawin natin, the least common po ng denominator na yan. We have, simple lang, diba? We have, pag multiply mo, you can use the 2. Pag multiply mo ang 5 to 2, magiging 10,000. So, they will be the same. So, mangyayari, magiging pareho na sila. Tingnan natin. We have 10,000 na po yung magiging denominator ng dalawa. Just look for the least common multiple denominators. dalawang denominators natin. Two different denominators. So, we have, blanco muna natin kanilang numerator. Now, since nakuha na natin yung denominator nilang dalawa, paano naman natin solve ang numerator? We cannot automatically add the numerator po katulad yung ginawa natin kanina. Anong gagawin? So, sa 10,000, kami tayo ng ano para makasimple nila. Ayan. So, sa 10,000 po natin, so, sa 10,000 po natin, diba? In 10,000, ano anong pwede natin i-multiply para maging 10,000 siya? Automatically, it would be times 1, diba? 10,000 times 1. Pasensya na natin. Yung 10,000 times 1. Yung 1 ang pwede natin i-multiply para ang sagot ay 10,000 pa rin. So, ang gagawin natin, yung 1 na yan, i-multiply natin sa numerator. Okay? I-multiply natin yung 1 sa numerator. So, 1 times 3 is, the answer is still 3. 1 times 3, the answer is 3. So, po, ang sagot natin ay 3. Okay, we have 3. How about naman dito naman sa 2? Anong pwede natin i-multiply na number sa 5 para maging sa 5,000 or maging 10,000? It's 5,000 times 2. So, yung 2 na yan, multiply natin sa numerator. So, 2 times 2 is 4. So, we get our answer na. Diba? Nasagot na tayo. It's 3 divided by 10,000 plus 4 divided by 10,000. After that, we can add na po yung dalawa. Since parehong sa denominator, just add the numerator, then copy the denominator. So, 3 plus 4 is 7 over 10,000. But since we're looking for the total resistance po, always po, para makuha natin ang tamang sagot, diba? In Ohm's law or in total resistance, our final answer cannot be in fraction. Our final answer, it can be decimal, it can be whole number, but it cannot be a fraction. So, anong gagawin natin? We have to get the reciprocal. Ma'am, ano yung reciprocal? Pagbalik ka rin yun po yung fraction na 7 over 10,000. We're going 10,000 over 7. Then we can divide na po yung numerator and denominator to get the final answer. So, our total resistance would be equals to, i-divide na natin ilan ba ang divide. How much, what is the final answer? We have 10,000 divided by 7. What is your answer? We have 1,428 point, ang decimal niya, 57. 2 decimal point, 57. Okay, halina po tayo dyan. 1,428.57. Ano po ang ating unit for resistance? It's ohms. So, we have 1,428.57 ohms. And pwede rin po, ang gawin is to simplify, diba, imumove yung decimal. I-move po natin yung decimal, diba? Itong decimal, ang gagawin natin ilipat natin siya sa unahan. So, pwede ang magsasagot yun ay 1.42 or 43 and pwede rin po 1,428. Okay, so that is our final answer for total resistance. Okay, so ayan po. I-underline natin siya para maging. Ayan, so we have 1,428 ohms. Okay po. So now, since nakuha na natin, okay, we already have our total resistance. Sagot na natin yung first question. Next naman is to solve the second question. Ano yung second question natin? How much is the total current and the individual current across the resistors? Ayan. Ang hinahanap naman natin ngayon is the we're looking for total and individual current. Ayan. So, we're looking for total and individual current. So, ano kaya? Paano ginagawa natin to get the total current and individual current? Anong ginagawa natin? What is our formula? Anong ginagamit natin? How do we get the total and current? The total current and the individual current. Remember po, in parallel circuits, when solving a problem, lagi po hinahanap natin yung total and individual. We have the total voltage, the individual voltage, and the total resistance and the individual resistance. Since kanina sa given natin, we already have our individual resistance, kaya ang hinanap lang natin is the total resistance. Now, for the next question po, na hinahanap ng problem naman natin is yung dalawa na current, the total and the individual current. As you can see on our problem, wala po tayong given for any current. That is why we're going to look for the total current and the individual current. At paano naman kaya natin gagawin yung total current and individual current? How do we solve for the total current and individual current? Okay, first, let us get the total current. O pwede nyo unahin kahit saan po dyan sila dalawa. Kunin na natin ang total current, IT. Remember that ang current po is under pa rin siya ng, or this parallel circuit is under pa rin tayo ng Ohm's law. Now, using the Ohm's law, ano po yung formula ginagamit natin to get the current? Diba? Our formula for that, diba, ang ginagamit natin is I equals V, or voltage divided by resistance. But since ang nahanap po natin ay total, ayan, so ang gagawin natin, dadagdagan nyo lang yung T, and we have the T and I, T. Ganyan lang siya. So we have IT equals VT divided by RT. Since may formula na tayo, let us now proceed with substituting yung given natin. Now, what is the total voltage? Anong total voltage natin? Ako ulit-ulit ko ni-remind sa inyo last time or last week, diba? Anong given natin for voltage? We have 110 volts. Always remember po, always remember in parallel circuits or when solving in parallel circuit, the voltage or the individual voltage will always be the same with the total voltage. The amount of individual voltage is the same with the total voltage. Meaning, ang total voltage natin is we have 110 volts. Yan na po yung given natin siya. So, we have 110 volts. Divided by, ano po yung nakuha natin kanina total resistance? 1,428.57. Since meron tayo i-divide lang po. Yan. Just let us get the mga dx exponent of r. So we have 110 divided by 1428.57. What is your answer? You have 0.07. So, final answer is equals to, ang IT natin, total current equals 0.07. Anong unit natin for current? We have ampere. So this is our final answer. 0.07 ampere. Tama na po. Naintindihan, nakasunod po ang lahat. Nakasunod po ba tayo? Okay. So for our total current, the answer is 0.07 ampere. May total current na tayo. Next one is to solve for the individual current. Yeah. Now, how do we get the individual current? Same formula pa rin po tayo dyan. Ano ulit ang formula natin? Under Ohm's law, kapag kinukuha natin, hinahanap ang current, I is equals to V divided by R. Yan lang po ang susundin natin. Yan lang po yun. But, ito, may but tayo. Ang resistance kasi natin ay dalawa ang given. Ano po? Ang resistance natin, dalawa ang given. Ang R1, R2, and R3 has a 10,000 ohms. Ang R4 and R5 natin has 5,000 ohms. Ayan. Madali lang, ito lang yung gagawin natin na itong formula na ito, madali lang solve kung isa lang ang given. But since we have two givens in resistance po, kailangan natin gamitin ng dalawa. O paano natin gagawin yun? Dito na papasok yung I1, I2, I3, I4, and I5. Ayan, we have I1 is equals to I2, we have I3, and I4. Since yun na po yan, we have I5. O, paano gagawin natin? Susundan lang po natin itong formula natin. Volts divided by resistance. Ang I1 natin, V over R. Ang I1 natin, ang volts natin, same lang po, 110 volts divided by, substitute natin given. Ano magiging given natin for resistance in I1? Paano kaya yan? Isipin niyo, ano po ang magiging given natin for resistance sa first current or sa I1? It would be, susundan nyo lang po yung count din. So, from I1, I2, I3, ang magiging given natin for resistance is 10,000 ohms. Yun lang po. Diba? We have 10, so 110 volts divided by 10,000 ohms. Okay? Yan lang po. Kukopyahin lang po natin yan up to kay I3. Yan. Hanggang kay I3, kukopyahin lang po natin. Ayan sila. 110 divided by 10,000 ohms. Then, you can solve na po. Solve natin 110 divide 10,000. 110 divide 10,000, we have 0.01. So that ay 0.01 Since current mo, magiging unit ay ampere. Para-pareho lang naman po itong I1 at I2 natin and I3. So, same answer lang tayo dyan. 0.01 ampere, and then we have 0.01 ampere. Okay? Ayan na siya. Underline natin yung ayan. Itong sa individual current po, medyo mahaba lang siya. Pero very simple lang siya lang sa masundan. Nakakasunod po tayo. Ayan. So you have 0.01 ampere. Next naman is yung I4 and I5 na. Ang susundan po natin dyan is yung given natin for ito. For R4 and R5. Ilan yung given niya? 5,000. So, V over R equals, same pa rin po ng given for voltage, 110 divide, ilan ang R4 natin? 5,000 ohms. Ayan. So, we have 5,000 ohms. Equals, and then we have, just copy VR, 110 volts divided by 5,000 ohms. Nasagot kaya pag pinag-divide natin, 10 divide natin 110 divide 5,000. The answer is 0.02. 2 decimal points lang po ang kukunin natin. Walang round off na, ay hindi madadagdagan yung since yung kasunod niya ay not greater than or not 5 and above. Okay, huwag kalimutan ang unit. So, 0.02. Just underline natin para ayan. So, this is our final answer. Yun na po yung final answer natin in getting the individual current. Always remember, pag individual current po ang hinahanap natin, just follow the formula of Ohm's law. Ang formula niya in Ohm's law, I is equals to V divided by R. Yan po, ganun lang. And then, since individual current po yan, mapapahaba lang siya. Napapahaba lang talaga siya. Kung halimbawa ay, katulad sa problem natin ngayon, dalawa ang given natin for resistance. Okay? Or 5 ang resistance natin and we have 2 given for them. Yung R1, R2, R3 have 10,000 ohms and yung R4 and R5 or the resistor 4 and resistor 5 have 5,000 ohms. Susundan nyo lang po, ma'am, saan ko po ilalagay yung given ng R1, R2, R3. Susundan nyo lang po yung numbering din ng current. Pag I1, ang resistance niya is R1. Pag I2, ang resistance niya, ang given niya ay R2 din, which is the 10,000. Pag I3, ang resistance niya bilang to R3, which is yung 10,000. Same goes with the I4 and I5. Ganun lang po siya. That is why yung sagot natin starting from I1, I2, and I3 are the same because they all have the same given. And different when it comes to I4 and I5 po because the 3 resistors or the 3 first resistors have a different given compared with the 2 last resistor. Ayan po. So, ganun lang po yung nagiging process when solving the individual current. Nakasunod po ba ang lahat? Sana po nasundan ng lahat, no? Para ma-master natin, alam natin paano natin i-solve yung individual current. Pero kung isa lang po kasi ang given for resistor for resistance, madali lang yan. Automatic na po. Diba? Kung halimbawa, ang resistance natin ay we have 3 volts and the resistance for the 3 volts po we have, for example, 95 ohms. So, ganun lang ang gagawin natin. We have I is equals to 110 volts divided by 95 ohms. Yun lang yun. Napahaba lang po talaga siya because we have two givens in our resistors. Ayan. So, meron po bang ibang hinahanap ng problem? Okay, so since sasagutan na natin yung total resistance, yung total current, now, let us see, ano pa yung last, how much is the individual voltage across each resistor? So, yung tanong na yan, diba? Paulit-ulit natin tinatanong yan simula pa nung last week. Ilan daw ang magiging individual voltage? So, remember, ang sinabi ko, last week at kanina lang, that the total voltage will always be the same with individual voltage. Meaning, if our voltage is 110 voltage, if the total voltage is 110 volts, our individual voltage is also 110 volts. So, kapag hinahanap ang total voltage and individual voltage, we do not need or we do not need to solve. Hindi na kailangan mag-solve, hindi na kailangan magbilang. Kung ano nakita yung voltage sa problem, yun na po yung total and individual voltage natin. Malinaw po? Okay, so, yun po yung process natin on how to solve a parallel circuit with 5 resistors. Po, so sana naintindihan ng lahat. If you have any questions po, you can i-upload ko po kasi ito sa YouTube para mas madali ninyong ma-access lahat, dahil lahat tayo may YouTube naman. I-upload ko sa YouTube. If you have any questions, mag-comment down lang po kayo doon para masagot kayo isa-isa. Don't worry, personalize lang po yung sa atin o nakakasama-sama para sa atin. So, walang ibang makakabasa po nun o tayo lang din. Okay po, if you have any questions, comment down on the video below. Tanongin niyo na po kung ano gusto niyo tanongin. Tanongin niyo kung ano hindi niyo naiintindihan. Ma'am, paano po nakuha ulit ang total resistance? Sinusunod lang po natin ang ating formula. Ano yung formula na yun? We have 1 is equals to, or 1 divided by 1 over R2 equals 1 over R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. Kung hanggang 10 yan, dagdagan nyo lang. Gawin R6, R7, R8, R9, R10. Ganun lang po siya. Okay, and then, ma'am, paano po namin i-input yung given na magiging resistance? Just be aware po. Understand the problem para alam niyo kung ano ba katulad nito dalawa ang given natin for resistance. Paano pag naging 3 or 4 yan? Diba? So, alamin muna po ninyo kung saan or kung anong number ng resistance po itong given na meron tayo sa problem para alam ninyo i-identify kung kanino nyo siyang input. Pag sabing 3 of the resistors, automatically po, first 3 yan. Kung ano yung unang given, the first 3 resistors have 10 kilo ohms na value po ng resistor. Okay? And then, the other two, sabi niya, yung pinaka-last po na dalawang resistance ay, yun po yung magiging given nila, which is the 5 kilo ohms. Sabi niya lang po ha, always po yan, kapag halimbawa, hinahanap in parallel circuits is total resistance, ito po lagi ang sinusunod natin formula. Okay? Pag-add niyo lang po sila. Pero yung pag-add po, hindi po yung parang nag-add ka ng whole number ha. Always be aware in adding fraction. Ito po in additional fraction. Titignan po muna natin yung denominator. Kung pareho ng denominator, just copy the denominator and then you can add the numerator. But if the denominator are different, magkaiba po sila, what are you going to do? Find the least common multiple denominator. So, for example, in this one, the 10,000, 5,000, the least common denominator nila is the least common multiple nila is the 10,000. So, anong gagawin? Just copy that denominator 10,000, and then ang gagawin nyo lang po, mag-isip kayo halos sa 10,000. Ano pwede natin i-multiply na ang sagot ay 10,000 pa rin? Yung pwede 2, di ba? So, ano yun? 1. So, 10,000 times 1 is equals to 10,000 pa rin. So, yung 1 po, i-multiply nyo sa numerator ng 10,000, which is yung 3. So, 1 times 3 is equals to still 3. Next naman sa 5,000 natin, anong number ang pwede natin i-multiply para maging 10,000? So, of course, it is 2. So, 5,000 times 2 is 10,000. So, yung 2, i-multiply mo sa numerator ni 10,000. So, 2 times 2 is equals to 4. Since nagamot na natin pareho yung denominator, just copy the denominator, ayan, and then add the numerator. 2 plus 4 is 7. So, that is the answer. But since in parallel circuits, we cannot have a fraction answer. Kailangan, it can be full number, it can be decimal. Okay po, so ang gagawin natin, we have to reciprocate the fraction. So, babalik pa naman po, kasi sinabing reciprocal, balik na rin lang po yung denominator and numerator. Diba? Yung numerator magiging denominator, yung denominator magiging numerator. So, 7 over 10,000 magiging 10,000 over 7. Then, you can divide the two numbers. So, 10,000 divided by 7, the answer is 1,428.57 ohms. That is our answer for total resistance. Hindi na po. Okay, naiintindihan. Ayan, so sa total current and individual current, madali lang din po yan. Susundan lang natin yung formula ni Ohm's law. Ano yung formula niya? I is equals to V divided by R. Since kapag ang hinahanap ay total, dagdagan nyo lang po ng T. So, individual, the total resistance, total voltage, and total current. So, IT equals VT divided by RT. So, ang VT natin, total voltage, always, sabi natin kanina, total and individual voltage are always the same. So, it will still be 110 volts. Divided by, what is the final answer that we get from earlier po in solving the total resistance? We have 1,428.57 ohms. Just copy that number and then substitute it on the total resistance. Malinaw na po tayo. Hindi ko ba nilagay yung sayo? Okay. Okay, so our answer here po, the answer natin dito is 0.07. 0.07 ampere. Ayan, so final answer is 0.07 ampere. That is our total current. So for individual current naman, ganyan na lang sa okay po, so nasundan ba? Nasundan po ba ng nakararami? O sana nasundan po natin. That is isang problem lang po muna. Okay? And then, by the way po pala, while pinapanood niyo po itong video lesson, can you take a picture po na nanonood kayo and then send it on our GC as your attendance. Kahit anong oras po yan. Okay? Tomorrow, kahit anong oras ninyo, na inyo kayo mag-send, anong oras ninyo pan-order, kapag may time kayo, kapag may signal na ng internet na sa bahay, pwede nyo pong panoorin to, and then while watching the video lesson, please take a picture, send it on our GC. That will serve as your attendance. Kahit pa paano pinanood po ninyo. Okay, try to understand po. Pag meron hindi naintindihan, comment on the video below. Mag-comment po kayo doon para masagot po kayo. Kasi after po nito, ito na yung last natin, mag-new discussion na tayo. Huwag hindi na tayo na-stuck dito. Pagbalik natin sa school, new topic na po tayo agad. Okay? Malinaw po. Thank you so much everyone. One problem na lang po ang ibibigay ko. At sobrang haba naman na yun. Ayan, one problem na lang po. At baka pag nagdagdag pa ako ng isa, baka magulo na yung isip niyo. So, i-master nyo na yan. Pag hindi pa naintindihan, saka po ako magsasend na another video lesson para aralin ninyo. another problem na naman. So, thank you so much and thank you for listening.